Same pattern, two totally different colors. I dropped the back one. That's hilarious. Today we're using just 4 repeating rows to make this super easy boomerang shawl. This is Splendid by Janet Pippin, and I have 2 reasons why you should make this boomerang shawl. It grows as you go, so you don't ever have to worry about running out of yarn. You can just stop at any time. And since it's a boomerang shape, it's just gonna wrap around your shoulders and wear like a dream. This shawl is easy enough for the beginner because it's just 4 repeating rows. So you're gonna be alternating single crochets and double crochets throughout, which creates this really beautiful texture. And you work increases on one side and decreases on the other, which creates this boomerang shape. This version uses 2 colors of our Mirage sport yarn, burgundy and fool's gold. And to me, it really feels like a sophisticated, grown-up version of a collegiate scarf. I love how the colors dance together and create such high contrast. And this version actually uses a 3-skein gradient speckle kit called Reminiscent Hues. And so it just creates a totally different look, a little bit softer. So I would love to know which one you prefer. Definitely let me know in the comments. And the Mirage sport yarn, you're just gonna wanna snuggle up in this shawl all day long. It's got camel, it's got cashmere, it's got silk. It is truly a luxurious treat. Now we're gonna learn how to make this shawl. But before we get started, head on over to ExpressionFiberArts.com and download the pattern. You can get the yarn, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for email and for text updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. For section 1, we're going to start with a slip knot and pop that onto our hook, and we're going to begin with a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're ready to move into row 1, so we're going to start by working a single crochet into this second chain from our hook. And I'm just working into this one leg. That is up to you, which part of the chain you want to work into. Then you're going to double crochet into the next chain. Then single crochet into the next. And then double crochet into that final chain, and then you're going to turn. For row 2, we're going to start with a chain 1, and we're going to work 2 single crochets into this first stitch. So kind of open up, you can see where that first stitch is right there. We're going to put our hook under both of those little legs and work 2 single crochets, which is an increase. Next, you're going to work a double crochet into this next stitch. And then a single crochet into the next. So we're just alternating, and a double crochet into the last stitch. For row 3, we turn and we start with a chain 1, and across these first 2 stitches, so here and here, you're going to work a single crochet 2 together, which is a decrease. Insert your hook into that very first stitch and pull up a loop. Then insert your hook into the second stitch and pull up a loop. When you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So we've just turned 2 stitches into 1. Now single crochet into the next stitch, and then double crochet into the next. Then we're going to do an increase on this side. So in this final stitch here, you can see it's these 2 little legs up on top. You're going to work 2 single crochets. So the side of the shawl with the increases is going to be increasing and growing, and the other side is going to be shrinking. For row 4, we turn and we start with a chain 1, and we're going to work our increase. So into this very first stitch, 2 single crochets. 1 and 2, and then double crochet in the next stitch because we are just alternating. That's what this entire shawl is, alternating singles and doubles. Single crochet into the next, double crochet into the next, and double crochet into the next. For row 5, we're going to turn and start with our chain 1 and work a decrease. So across these first 2 stitches, work a single crochet 2 together. Insert your hook into the first stitch and pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the second stitch and pull up a loop. When you have 3 loops, go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops for your decrease. Next, we're going to double crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next, double into the next, and then into that final stitch you're going to work an increase of 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. So those are your setup rows. So you're all ready now to work rows 6 through 9, which are the 4 repeating rows that you work for the rest of the shawl. And for anyone that's gonna ask, I know you always wanna know what yarn I'm using. This is called Mythic Twist Worsted, and it's actually gonna be releasing very soon. For row 6, we go ahead and turn and start with the chain 1 and work our increase, so 2 single crochets into the first stitch. 1 and 2. Now work a double crochet into the next. And then you repeat across your row, single into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, single into the next, double into the next. Row 7, start with the chain 1 and turn, and we're going to work a single crochet 2 together across those first 2 stitches. Next, we're going to single crochet into the next stitch, then double crochet into the next stitch, and we continue repeating that across. Single crochet, double crochet, and then into the final stitch where we're going to work an increase of 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. For row 8, we turn and start with a chain 1 and an increase, so 2 single crochets into that first stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to repeat across, double crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next, and just alternate. Double crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next, double, and then when you get all the way down to the end, you're going to finish off with a double crochet. Row 9, we start with a chain 1, we've turned, and we're going to work our decrease of single crochet 2 together across those first 2 stitches. Then we're just going to alternate doubles and singles. Double crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next, double crochet, and just walk all the way across the row. Single, double, and when you get to the final stitch, you're going to work an increase of 2 single crochets into that final stitch. And here's the start of our little boomerang shawl. You can already see the shape forming. Then you're just going to repeat rows 6 through 9 over and over and over, changing colors as you wish or as mentioned in the pattern. And if you want to change colors without having 5,000 ends to weave in, here's what you do. When you're working your final stitch, go ahead and begin your stitch, but don't finish it. The final pull through of that final stitch, you're actually going to grab your new color, like so, and your tail is going to be here on the right and your working yarn is over on the left, and you're going to go ahead and do your final pull through with your new color. You've finished your old row in the old color and you're all set up perfectly to start your new row in your new color. I've worked 2 rows and I'm finishing up the final stitches on this row. Single crochet. As you start your final stitch, go ahead and start it, but don't do the final pull through. Grab your other color and just pull it up the side, doing the final pull through with that color. And that is it, my friend. You are gonna have a gorgeous boomerang shawl of your own in no time. Make sure to share this video and this pattern with someone who loves to crochet and hop back next week for another new design. I will see you then.